everyone. So I wanted to make a video announcing that I'm going to be giving a witness statement in front of the House of Commons Standing Committee on Human Rights and Justice for their study on online hate. So that's on June 4th. So I'll be flying to Ottawa and I'll be giving my statement as an individual, not on behalf of any kind of organization. As I've been preparing for this, I have been listening to some of the statements made in front of the committee so far, and I am rather shocked by how strongly some people and groups want more regulation, they want more rules, and they want more government intervention into what they're allowed to say. So I'll leave a link below in the description so that you can listen to these statements too if you feel so inclined. In this video, I am not going to give away the remarks that I'll be discussing in front of the committee, but I'll just be bringing up a few things that came up during my research into this issue. So one person who provided a witness statement is Morgane Auger, who is a well-known transgender activist in Canada because she's also the vice president of the British Columbia New Democratic Party, the BC NDP. Auger says Canada needs to police online hate effectively without waiting until criminal charges can be filed. This is worrisome, especially because Auger is the head of the Morgane Auger Foundation, which, by the way, I think is just Morgane Auger. It's called a foundation, but I'm pretty sure it's just Auger. And anyway, they want to create the Canadian Atlas of Populist Extremism, which will be a tool to apparently map hatred and discrimination in Canada. But the thing is, Auger's idea of a hateful person is Megan Murphy, a feminist who advocates for the position that women should be able to have women-only spaces, and trans people are welcome to have trans-designated spaces. That's simply not hateful.
Another anti-trans activist, Megan Murphy, has had over 100,000 views on her anti-transgender videos, filmed in Vancouver, in a city where if they had been put to paper, it would have broken the law.
Auger also names The Post-Millennial as a spreader of hate, which is a publication that I write for sometimes, and it's literally just a news site that I suppose publishes some columns that Auger takes issue with.
Canadian websites such as The Post-Millennial, Feminist Current, Woman Means Something, Canadian Christian Lobby, Culture Guard, and Transanity publish incitements to discriminate through disinformation in articles aimed at turning public opinion against the transgender community.
Anyways, this Canadian Atlas for Populist Extremism, or CAPE, is a software tool built to map the time-based relationships between participants, events, contexts, and space. It helps track the growth of hatred by letting users visualize contexts over time. It lets us see relationships between groups and people and topics as they participate in acts of hatred and discrimination. CAPE will offer tools to map them with other incidents involving hate across Canada. The CAPE application is designed to map the following dimensions geospatially: incident, participant, organization, evidence, context. She means context. Sounds very fancy, so I guess we'll see how that turns out in due time. Another one of the testimonies in front of the committee was made by an organization called Equal Voice. I've written a column about one of their initiatives before, which I'll link to below as well. But Equal Voice, essentially, they want to get more women elected into all levels of government, so municipal, provincial, and federal. Now, in their statement to the study on online hate, they said they want online hate reduced and eliminated, and that's because online attacks on women stop women from wanting to participate in Canadian public life.
We must work with governments and the social media industry to find better ways to reduce online hate.
But my inclination here is to say, well, if you can't handle some mean or even hateful comments online, how are you going to handle the pressures of being a politician? I'm absolutely in agreement that women are subject to some real vicious stuff online, but I just don't see how censorship is going to help anything. And, if they're not implying that censorship is the answer, then what is the answer? If women are receiving comments that are genuine harassment, like someone is repeatedly sending death threats or comments of a very uncalled for sexual nature, then I think it's right that those people, get kicked off of Twitter or whatever. And for example, on YouTube, if someone comments whore 100 times on my video, I don't even have to do anything about it. It will be automatically flagged by YouTube as spam, and it won't appear in the comment section, and that requires no action on my part. So these are not things that require government intervention. And if something does become a problem and the person doing the harassment is not just an online anonymous troll, then, we have the police to deal with that kind of stuff, don't we? And this is just something I'm throwing out there. Feel free to leave your thoughts about it, but is there really something wrong with having an online space for angry and hateful people, like the poll board on 4chan? I am personally not an angry or hateful person in general, so I don't have the need to seek out such a space, but can't we just let them have their space of hate? And I know that the counter argument is that people are going to spend so much time reveling in that hate that they will go out into the real world and shoot people. But if you take these sites or forums down, they will just pop back up again somewhere else. And so I guess that's just the way it's going to be then. There will be an endless cycle of people gathering in hateful forums and then getting them taken down, and then they'll pop up somewhere else. Well, then that's just the way it's going to be, I guess. Now, I'm open to evidence showing the contrary, but it seems to me that this online censorship stuff wasn't really such a problem prior to 2015 or 2016. There didn't seem to be as many cases of people getting banned for silly reasons, and I mean high-profile people. At least I can't think of any examples. I have my remarks basically planned out already for what I'll be talking about in front of the committee. But I know a lot of people are really interested and invested in these issues, so if there is a resource you think I should look at, or if you have a story that you want to bring to my attention, please absolutely post it in the comment section, or if it's of a more personal nature, you can direct message me on Twitter. Although I apologize, I get so many Twitter messages, I can't reply to all of them. I do try, though. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye now.